The Zephyrian interrogation chamber hummed with malevolent energy as Commander Vexthul circled the bound human specimen. 3 cycles had passed since they'd captured the primitive creature from the mining colony on Kepler 442b, and still it refused to break. "Your species fascinates me, human." Vexthul clicked through his mandibles, his 4 amber eyes studying the prisoner. Such fragile biology, yet such stubborn resistance. Marcus Chen lifted his bruised head, meeting the alien's gaze with defiant brown eyes. Blood trickled from a split lip, but his voice remained steady. "My name is Marcus Chen, Earth Colonial Marines. Serial number 44792. That's all you're getting from me." The alien's chitinous exoskeleton gleamed under the harsh purple lights as he gestured to his subordinates. "Take him to the engineering deck. Let him watch as we prepare to glass his pathetic colony. Perhaps witnessing the futility of his sacrifice will loosen his tongue." 2 Zephyrian guards, each standing nearly 8 feet tall with razor-sharp claws, hauled Marcus through the corridors of their battlecruiser. The ship's interior pulsed with bioluminescent veins running along the walls, part machine, part organism, like everything else in their twisted civilization. The engineering base sprawled before them, a cathedral of alien technology. Massive conduits snaked between towering power cores, their surfaces rippling with controlled plasma flows. At the center stood the ship's heart, a quantum singularity generator that bent space-time to the Zephyrian's will. "Behold," Vexthul spread his forearms wide, "the instrument of your people's annihilation. This vessel has sterilized 17 worlds. Your colony will be the 18th. Marcus said nothing, but his engineer's mind was already cataloging everything he saw. 15 years designing fusion reactors for the Colonial Defense Force had given him an instinct for energy systems, regardless of their origin. And what he saw here made his blood run cold, not from fear but from recognition. The Zephyrians had built something magnificent and terrible, but they'd made a fundamental error. The quantum cascade inhibitors were reversed. Instead of preventing dimensional rifts, they were actively creating microfractures in space-time. The ship was slowly tearing itself apart from the inside. "Your silence speaks volumes," Vexthul clicked. "Chain him to the observation platform. Let him contemplate his failure while we charge the planet killer." As the guards secured him to a crystalline outcropping overlooking the engineering deck, Marcus watched the Zephyrian technicians scuttle between their stations. Their movements were efficient but hurried. They knew something was wrong. Warning lights pulsed faster with each passing hour, and the harmonic resonance of the power cores was shifting into dangerous frequencies. The ship shuddered. Emergency klaxons wailed as sparks erupted from overloaded conduits. "What's happening?" Vexthul demanded of his chief engineer. "Unknown, Commander. Power fluctuations are increasing. The quantum matrix is destabilizing." Marcus allowed himself a grim smile. The ship had maybe 6 hours before critical cascade failure. The Zephyrians were trying to push damaged systems past their breaking point, and they didn't even realize it. Another violent tremor shook the vessel. This time the lights flickered and stayed dim. "Commander," the chief engineer's voice carried panic. "We're losing containment on Deck 7. If this continues, the singularity will—" "I know what will happen," Vexthul snarled. He whirled toward Marcus. "Human, your people are known for their mechanical aptitude. What do you see here?" Marcus met his captor's gaze with steady calm. "I see a ship that's about to become a very pretty firework." The next tremor was strong enough to crack the deck plating. Plasma began venting from ruptured conduits, forcing technicians to abandon their stations. The quantum singularity generator's containment field fluctuated wildly, casting strobing shadows across the chamber. Vexthul approached Marcus's platform, his 4 eyes wild with desperation. "You understand our technology. Help us and I will spare your colony." "You'll spare them anyway," Marcus replied. "Hard to glass a planet when your ship's spread across 3 star systems." Another cascade failure rippled through the engineering deck. This time the artificial gravity failed for several seconds, sending smaller Zephyrians tumbling through the air. "Please." Vexthul's translator struggled with the unfamiliar word. "My crew. They will die." Marcus studied the alien commander for a long moment. Despite everything, the torture, the threats, the planned genocide, he saw genuine fear in those amber eyes. Not fear of death, but fear for his people. It was the most human thing he'd seen from any of them. "Unchain me," Marcus said finally, "and get your people clear of the quantum manifold." You've got reversed polarity on your cascade inhibitors. Every time you try to compensate for the instability, you're making it worse. The next 20 minutes blurred together in a frenzy of desperate activity. Marcus's hands flew over alien control surfaces, his engineer's instincts translating foreign symbols into familiar concepts. Power flow, resonance frequencies, containment protocols. The mathematics were universal, even if the technology wasn't. Shut down the primary feeds, he called out to a Zephyrian technician. Route auxiliary power through the secondary matrix, yes, that panel there. Gradually, the ship's death throes subsided. The quantum singularity settled into stable containment, its angry red glow fading to a calm blue pulse. The harmonic resonance smoothed into a steady thrum and the light stopped flickering. Marcus stepped back from the control console, wiping alien sweat from his brow. Around him, Zephyrian engineers stared in amazement at their readings. Incredible, the chief engineer whispered. The efficiency has increased by 30%. How did you... Years of fixing human junk, Marcus interrupted. He turned to Vexthul. Your ship's repaired. Now honor your agreement. The commander studied him with those 4 alien eyes, and Marcus saw something new there. Respect. The charges against your colony are... Dismissed, Vexthul said slowly. You are free to go. As Marcus walked toward the shuttle bay, he heard Vexthul speaking quietly to his chief engineer. Perhaps we have underestimated this species. A being who would save his captors to protect his people. There is honor in that. Marcus didn't look back. He had a colony to return to, and a report to file that would change humanity's relationship with the Zephyrian Empire forever. Sometimes, he reflected, the best way to win a war was to fix what was broken, even if it belonged to your enemy. The shuttle's engines hummed to life, carrying him home through the vast darkness between stars, leaving behind a ship full of aliens who would never quite look at humanity the same way again.